wow, remarkable. Eighth ranked team. You come out and you finish in eighth place at the national championships. I mean, I'm thinking, was this a dream come true? Is it higher? Is it lower than you expected?
Well, I think when you go into a championship meet like that, you just want to see the team go out and compete to their ability or what they're capable of. And I feel like the girls, for the most part, we did that. And it was interesting because we call it a race tracker, and so you have different checkpoints during each race, and you go back and you look for upward or backward movement within the field. And the last three races, the team executed the exact same way in every race. So to see them prepared and be able to go out and execute the way they're prepared to execute and have that come to fruition is pretty neat. But I feel like, over the course of the year, we felt we could be a pretty good team if things were clicking, and we had some challenges over the season. But overall, yeah, it was a pretty neat ending, and really a credit to the girls, not just the girls on the team, but the people that have kind of come before and set that tone and helped build that culture. But yeah, to see the resiliency that they showed, to see the teamwork and camaraderie and just overall care and investment they had in each other and in their in their process of seeing how good they can be. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember talking to Lindsay before the season started and how excited they were for the season. But what's their take? Are they kind of, I don't know, did they overachieve in their own minds?
I think they were happy, but they felt like they could be pretty good. And sometimes it starts with believing you could be pretty good, but then after you start preparing and having some benchmark workouts and going out and competing over the course of the season, you start to know that you're a good team and you're capable of competing against anybody in the country on any given day. And we feel like we can continue to build on both the men's and the women's side. So I think they felt like it was possible, and they put in the work for it. So I mean, we always want to feel like we overachieve, but that might be more other people's perception of what we're capable of. But I think in our mind, we always want to feel like we're reaching some approximation of what we're capable of, and I feel like the girls did that this year.
Yeah. Mettler and Mahala, both All-Americans, first time ever you've had two women get All-American in the same season. What does that say?
They're pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we needed to run that race, though, to know that they are pretty good. But, those two, what you could say about those two, you can actually say about pretty much any girl on the team, and that's what made this team special. I mean, they were all extremely committed. They were excited to see how good they could be at distance running. They wanted to see their teammates do really well, too. And I think that was probably one of the biggest things that took our team from being a nationally qualifying team to a really, a top 10 team, was really how much they were invested in each other. And I think people that don't know a lot about cross country maybe feel like it's an individual sport, and they've probably never been on a good cross country team because it's very much a team sport. And when you get a group of people that they don't want to let each other down, and they kind of don't really accept anything from each other other than what the best you have to give on any given day. You see them push each other in their training. You see them support each other through their adversity, and you see them go out and compete together really well. And that's really, I think, what separated this team from maybe what they could have been just as a fairly talented collection of individuals to really a solid unit that were out there running for each other and made them a pretty good program team.
Is there motivation now on the men's side? I know the men for a long, usually go to the nationals, didn't go this year. Do you see some of your younger guys going, okay, look, they can do it, we can do it too?
Yeah, last year, after the regional meet was a pretty tough experience in the tent with the girls. They had a kind of they knew what they were capable of, and it was kind of a tough ending to the season. And I feel like we experienced that a bit on the men's side this year. And I think one of the reasons that the women were able to do what they did this year was because they've seen what the men have done in past years. And I think hopefully the men are looking at what the women did this year and saying, okay, we can do that too. And every year we want to have both teams competing really well at the national championships. And so the level of support they show each other and kind of motivation by the example that they set of what hard work looks like and what success looks like. I hope it motivates both groups, but also being able to just, when one group has a tough day or someone, on the team has a tough day, having a group of people, whether it's a girl or a guy, just kind of give you a hug afterwards and say, sun's going to come up tomorrow and you get another chance at this thing. And, that goes a long way too. So seeing the group support each other is pretty positive. But, the men will be better next year.
Yeah. Final question. It's hard, they say, to build a team and get it to a good level. It might be even harder to keep it at a good level. How do you do that next year?
Well, I think you take something positive away from the experience you had. And I think every experience, at least most of them, there's something positive to take away and help you be better in the future. And then you move on. And so, this season's done. We got a track season coming up. We're already preparing for that. And frankly, preparations for next cross-country season are already going. And so, you enjoy the moment while you have it. You worked really hard for it and take something positive away, but then you kind of start looking ahead again and move forward and see what you're capable of next year. And I think our guys and girls will do that really well.
Coach Cole, thanks for the time.
Thank you.